very warm welcome to Insights with me, your host, Alex Nyman, here for the afternoon from 12 until 1:30, bringing you a veritable potpourri of jazz and classical jazz. And this week, I'm going to be bringing you some more world music than I have in the past. I've got quite a interesting little selection of music for you. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Going to be kicking off with a track from Ethiopia. This is it's getting the names. I've got to get the names right. Sigibjib Joroya, and this is a track from him. This is called Tilahun Gesesa. I probably said that completely wrong, but enjoy the music anyway. ልክስክሱን ሁሉ እያጠራቀመ ይኸው እስከ ዛሬ አንጀት የታመመ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ አለች ጆሮዬ ለስቃ የሚደርስ መሳይ ተቆርቋሪ ይሄ ቡድን ፍቅር መንፈስ አሸባሪ ይስማ እንጂ ጆሮዬ ባስቀርስ ጠጥቼ መጥፎን ከጥሩ ይለያሉ አይኖቼ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ ስንታለ በቤቱ ሆዱ ያላረረ ክፉ ነገር ሰምቶ ተኝቶ ያደረ ዘልቆ ሳይረዳ የጆሮ ሚስጥር ጥላቻን ያተርፋል ፍጡር በፍጡር ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ ሰው ሁሉ እንዳይሆን ፍጹም ደበኛዬ እያጣራ ይስማ ስግብግብ ጆሮዬ Right, so you can hear where this is going, right? I hope so anyway. The whole program is not going to be based solely around Ethiopian music. I could do that. I've got heaps and heaps of stuff here to actually play for you. I'm going to be dipping in and out of that. We might touch down in maybe South Africa for a little while as well, possibly even Turkey. And who knows? Who knows elsewhere we might land. But we're going to stay in Ethiopia for one more track. And this is by a guy called Samuel Yerga. Now, all of this music, also the music so far that I've played, originated in Ethiopia during the 60s and 70s. It was a very fertile time, apparently, for music of this style, if you will. I can't honestly say that it's not obviously not sort of jazz, straight out jazz, but it still has its basis in, I guess you would say, improvisation. And there was a saxophone solo. What more could you wish for? Hey, even in Ethiopia, they've got saxophone solos. It's fantastic. Right. So this is by Samuel Yerga. This is Ferma in Vericat. Well, I thought that was really interesting. That's fantastic. That's Ethiopian jazz from the 60s and 70s. I mean, it sounds so contemporary. It could have been recorded yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. I thought that was really fascinating. Absolutely marvellous. Okay, where should we go? I was going to go to Turkey, but yes, I am. In fact, I am going to go to Turkey, and just sort of got a little time to upload these sort of tracks onto my iPad. And anyway, so what should we think? What about going to there's just so many tracks. Let's talk about the whether referencing traditional music or DJ culture or handling swing at a high level, Turkish jazz players embody their country's beauty and complexity. Enveloping rhythms and wistful melodies evoke sounds both ancient and forward-looking. Our editors, we don't need to know about that bit, that's all good. All right, so now it's just a question of, which one should we go for? I spent some time in Turkey, actually, when I was on the cruise ships. We stopped off at in Istanbul many times, actually, and had a few very interesting escapades there. Been chased down the street by a bloke with a gun at one point, because we'd been billed for food that we'd never had, and we decided to leave, and then they didn't take very kindly to that and said, "You come back here or we're going to shoot you with this gun." And he actually had a gun on him, chased us, myself, the trumpet player and the bass player, down the street. He's staying by. It was so funny. Anyway, let's carry on. All right, this is a track called Ampalai. It's by Sarp Madan. That was Apperlei by Start Maden Falcon Uchtem and Halil Saglar Serin. You know, I'm just joking there because I can't pronounce those names properly. That's as good as it's going to get, I'm afraid. And my apologies to any Turkish listeners, people from Turkey listening, that would probably know what those names really should be, and are probably wincing as my pronunciation, and I do apologise. Anyway, that's as good as it gets as far as my pronunciation was going to get with that. That was really my kind of music. I just love that. I thought that was fantastic. This again is one of those beautiful things about playing tracks that I haven't really heard before. I sometimes do like a little just spot check before I play something, but more often than not, it's just as much a journey for me as hopefully it is for you. And I'm going to do one more track here from the Turkish collection, if you will. This is a track, and of course it's a track, Alex. What else is it? It's not a painting. All right, this is a track by Mert Topel, and the particular name of this track is Fibonacci. It's a nice major chord ending there by Mert Topol from his album called Dream Catcher. So we've been to Ethiopia. We touched down in Turkey, where I was being chased by the guy with a handgun after I refused to pay the bill for food that I hadn't eaten, and I didn't ask those girls to sit next to me either. That's the truth. And now we've left Istanbul. We're getting out of there, and we're moving on to somewhere that I think we all know pretty well. It's New Zealand and Australia. Hope you enjoyed that. That was Pig and Fish by the Aron Cholet Quintet. And I'm going to play one more track from here over in New Zealand. And I'm just sort of thinking about, what am I going to... No, it's not long enough. No. No, let's have something a little bit longer than that. I can see just the track. So this is a track by Matt Jodrell. This is called Insurgent. fabulous playing there by Matt Jodrell. And I've just been looking at the next section. Yes. Where was I going? So we've just left New Zealand now, where I'm flying off now to Latin America. And going from one, this is a great link, you see. I'm just really on form today, which makes a change. And I was going to play a track by Tito Puente called Oye Como Va, which I'm sure, as we all know, means Oi, come here. However, I changed my mind. I'm going to go with this other trumpet player, not Matt Jodrell. This is a guy called Arturo Sandoval, Arturo Sandoval. Arturo happens to be one of I guess he's probably the number one sort of lead jazz trumpet player around, worldwide. I mean, he really is just simply amazing. Most of the, like big sort of Hollywood film sessions would almost certainly be featuring Arturo. He certainly is just the most incredible trumpet player. His range is quite unbelievable. I've spoken about him before on this program, but it's always good to be reminded. Anyway, so I'm going to play a track by Arturo, and this track is called Sandunga. Sandunga there by Arturo Sandoval, and I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that I'm not. That sounded very much like Michael Brecker there on tenor saxophone, and just as you can hear, Arturo has just an incredible range, and it sounds a little bit like he's just sort of messing around, but he's not. I mean, he's just such a serious player, and just having the ability to play notes like that and pop them out, as a lead trumpet player, is quite amazing. I've sat in front of some pretty incredible lead trumpet players, and it really is quite amazing when those guys do their thing. So anyway, let's talk about somebody else doing their thing, and there's one of my favourite saxophone players, who in this particular instance normally would be associated with straight ahead jazz, Mr. Stan Getz, but as those people that might know, he was did have a very long period of time in the 60s, late 50s, early 60s, where he was very much associated with the bossa nova, the Girl from Ipanema being the quintessential track, I suppose. However, this is another one by Antonio Carlos Jobim, and it's a very famous track as well. This is called Desafinado. inimitable sound of Stan Getz there playing Desafinado. And so, where have we been? Well, we've been kind of to lots of different places. Been to Turkey, haven't we? We've been to, well, where did we go there? Latin America. Yeah, and Ethiopia, of course. We were in Ethiopia for a little while, and we did touch down there in New Zealand for a short period. Oh, actually, probably more Australia than New Zealand. And now we're going to jet right across the Atlantic, and we are going to spend a wee bit of time in post-war France. Why not? What a great time! I saw a film the other day, one of the Quentin Tarantino film, about the guys that went out and sort of looked for war people, and it was a very good film, but it kind of centered around this period of time. And this particular track is by the quintessential, we'd say, guitarist of that period, and his name was Django Reinhardt, the man who played with 3 fingers on the left hand. So it's pretty amazing what he did to when you listen to him play. I'm going to play a few tracks back to back now, and just get you into this jazz à la manouche. So this is called Pêche à la mouche. beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Nuages there by Django Reinhardt. Just amazing for a man that had his left hand severely burnt in a fire when he was just a young chap, and he nevertheless carried on and became one of the most, well, probably the best known jazz guitarist in that particular style. We call it gypsy jazz, if you will. Must give it a name. But he was most definitely the most famous. He's the sort of person that I guess most everybody, even if you don't really know much about jazz, you probably heard the name Django Reinhardt, and just wonderful, wonderful player. Right, okay, so now we've been to France. We're going to hop back on that plane again, and now we're going to fly off over to America. Yes, we're going to go over to America for a little bit of soul, and nobody gives soul. Well, I suppose actually, I was going to say no one gives soul a better name than Eddie Harris. They're probably thinking, who the heck's Eddie Harris? Well, most amazing saxophone player. But I suppose I was thinking actually probably James Brown gives it a bit more soul than Eddie Harris, but so within reason. Eddie Harris was very well known in the 60s for his experimentation with tonality, and also with his use of electronics, which I'm very much into myself. Big user of pedals and various effects for saxophone, and Eddie is I would call him a source of inspiration for what he did back in the 60s, especially with the limited technology that they had then. He did amazing stuff with it. Anyway, this is probably his most well-known composition, and this is Freedom Jazz Dance. Now, it's a bit of a long track, so I might just do a little bit of fade at the end. We'll see how they get on. We'll see if he's up to muster, shall we? Okay, well, if he passes muster. Okay, and so Freedom Jazz Dance. This is the LP version, and this is Eddie Harris. Just going to throw that one out there a little bit. Nothing I like more than a nice vamp. It goes on for quite a bit longer, so I'm just going to just fade that one out. That's okay. Cool. And we'll go back to... Sorry, let's just turn that off to get that one out of the way. And we'll get back up there. That's better. Good. Eddie Harris, as I say. That particular track kind of now seems maybe in many respects seems a little bit pedestrian, but back then it was sort of tonally, pushing some boundaries there, especially when it was incorporating that kind of sort of funky kind of feel as well. At that particular time, it was really, really different. Talking about somebody who's really, really different in a wonderful, wonderful way is this particular vocalist. He's been a huge hit throughout the world ever since he started, and again, he's one of those names that I think most people would probably know. Even if you don't really like jazz that much, you'll know the name of Michael Bublé, and here's a beautiful ballad called When I Fall in Love.
I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love has ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I fall in love with you. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I fall in love with you.
Wonderful. Michael Bublé, When I Fall in Love. Okay, so we've been over to America. We've heard Michael singing. We've been back to the 60s, and we've heard Eddie Harris doing his thing. Let's take that jet down south now. Let's go down to South Africa. We've got about 10 minutes to go, and I reckoned if we sort of, of course, Concord's not around anymore, but if we jump on Concord, we'll be there before the program's finished. But unfortunately, Concord's not around anymore, which is a great shame. Let's go to now. I think I'd make a rod to break my own back sometimes, and I just for some particular reason, this particular track sort of stood out to me. I don't even know really what it's about. I don't know the name of I know the name of the track. The only trouble is I've got to pronounce it. It's got Ngexesha, Nigesha, maybe something like that. And the name of the artist is Thembile Dunjana. All right, so again, there's going to be people out there that know how to say these names, and they're going, Alex, just stop. It's terrible. Look, I'm doing my best. All right, I'm sure it's going to sound a lot better than me, actually, what I'm saying. So let's have a listen to this particular track. fantastic. And I am now going to move on to the last track of the day. And of course, naturally enough, I've picked somebody with another name that I can't pronounce. I'm going to try. It's Sva Madalosa. There you go. I said really quickly, so people who are not too sure will probably think, oh, that could have been right. Could have been wrong, but it could have been right. Okay, fortunately, the song title is easy for me to say because it is called Song to My Love. And I'd like to play you out this week with this particular track. And as always, I wish you a wonderful, successful and peaceful week ahead. And it's been a great pleasure having your company this afternoon. And I do hope you'll be able to join me next week, next Monday, as always, from 12 till 1:30. Where are we going to go next week? Not sure, but wherever it is, it's going to be interesting and it's going to be beautiful. So I hope you have a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.
When I stand my son, Gisoguni ga itisi yo yami gagu tembisa. When I stand my son, Gisoguni ga oku segwami gagu tembisa. When I stand my son, so goni ga itisi yo yami ga gutemisa. When I stand my son, go baba do ba no mona ba ya seba aba funu go sibona se chamle. When I stand my son, Gisoguni ga itisi yo